Top stories for today consist of Nintendo's Direct being delayed due to something pretty serious, as well as a Just Dance streamer really hitting the breaking point. And also we're talking about Destiny and how Destiny has returned with Forsaken with Avenge. All in today's episode of News You Missed, the video game news show that recaps what happened this week that might be important to the video game industry at large, but more important, to you, ladies and gentlemen. Before we jump into that, I'd like to invite you to click the subscribe button because all my subscribers have a chance to win a Nintendo Switch every single month. I declare the winner of the Nintendo Switch giveaway every 15th, and I'll let you guys know over on the community tab as well as Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Protomario if you want those updates, but every single 15th, it rolls over to a new Nintendo Switch giveaway. You can also support me over on Patreon if you'd like to enter the giveaways there. I give away classic consoles there, new video games, and Pokemon plushies. There's a lot of stuff I do for the community, and I really appreciate the subscriptions and the support you guys offer me. By clicking that like button, sharing my videos with other people, and getting my views up, I consistently am able to give back to the community because YouTube supports me, and I do pretty well. So I feel it necessary for me to give back to you. Now, with that said, I suppose we should just jump right into the news. The first big story I want to cover is after 4 years, a Just Dance streamer hits the breaking point. Now, there's nothing really special about this person other than the fact that they do Just Dance. That's what they do. They stream that. Okay, cool. You know, this individual, I'll just link the story down below. You can check into it. Basically, they went on for a long time talking about how you can get burnout real bad doing Twitch. But I mean, it's not just Twitch, it's YouTube, it's doing anything really, even working a 9 to 5 standard job or whatever work you do in the world. If you're consistently doing it every single day with little break, with barely any vacation time, you know, you barely even take Christmas off or something like that, you're gonna get burnout. And it's really, really rough when that happens. So definitely from an individual who does Just Dance all the time, you have to understand hearing the same exact songs over and over and over again. You see how insane that sounds, but that's the point you get to when you are so burnt out on something. You do YouTube every single day. You do Twitch every single day. You're streaming the same type of content every single day. You're gonna eventually get burnout, and it's something pretty serious. So if you're considering a career in Twitch or YouTube, that's a very, very difficult situation to approach without being able to be burnt out. Even me here recording multiple different games, playing different types of situations, gameplay, showing footage, editing in, I have to include different things. I have to use unique and interesting editing techniques, add in different methods, recording styles, how I do things. I have to switch it up or I get burnout bad. But that's why I do it, so that I don't get burnout. And hey, by the way, Mario has been requested to return, ladies and gentlemen, so if you'd like to see that, make sure to leave me a comment down in the section below. But also comment on this and let me know what you think about people being burnt out for doing Twitch or YouTube all the time. Do you think they should be happy with a dream job, or do you think they really should be afraid for taking a day off, that they'll come back and the community will be completely gone? Moving on, we have Metal Gear Solid's intro has been remade by a fan, and it's absolutely stunning. This is in an Unreal Engine, so once again, it's pretty cool. You can see it in 4K. It's the original Metal Gear Solid 1998 intro on the PlayStation that's been remade. This individual, I'll go ahead and link his YouTube channel and the video down below, but you must see this. They did a stunning job doing this. Really, really nice. Would be some insight to see a remake of the original PlayStation 1 Metal Gear Solid. The best that you can get right now is the one on GameCube, which isn't necessarily bad. A lot of people don't like those cutscenes, but I find them to be extremely entertaining, like an action movie. Really, really great. Love that game, but here you can see what it would look like in 4K in a more modern title, because the GameCube version is obviously from the GameCube days. Moving right along, we have It's Nice to Have Destiny Back. Ha! Ha! Where did it go? You know, I'm an avid Destiny fan, and I streamed the whole Forsaken DLC, which is exactly what this goes into. A lot of people really like the Forsaken DLC, and I don't like it at all. I think it's the same exact thing. If I don't get anything completely new from a game within the first 3 hours of playing what I'm playing, I'm probably going to write it off because this isn't the first time that Destiny DLC has done this. The Forsaken DLC is not bad whatsoever. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's the same exact thing. So if you love Destiny 2, you're gonna love the Forsaken DLC. If you hate Destiny 2 and you stopped playing it because it was boring, or you stopped at Destiny 1 because it was boring, guess what? The Forsaken DLC is not going to magically change those feelings in your heart. You're probably not going to enjoy Destiny 2, and you're probably not going to enjoy the fact that you've had to pay upwards above $40 minimum, if not a lot more. Because if you try to buy the Forsaken DLC, you can't buy it separately. There's no special deals going on other than on PC, so you're most likely going to be paying $50 to $60 for this DLC. It's massive DLC, it's really, really nice, and I fully streamed a good chunk of this DLC, but at the end of the day, once again, it is just Destiny 2 with more stuff to do, which is great for people who love Destiny 2, but not so much for people who are burnt out on it. I was just literally talking about getting burnt out on something. So those who consistently play Destiny 2 and are feeling the burnout, this might not reinvigorate your love for the game, but instead make you get burnt out even more. So it's really on you, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to try out Forsaken, check out some gameplay footage. You can check into it. Destiny 2 is definitely a radically different game since it originally launched, and it's fixed a lot of the problems that original Destiny had, but it's still a lot of grind. It's still the same RNG FPS shooter, and yeah, that's all there is to it. I wasn't really going to review the Forsaken DLC because I don't have much else to say other than that, but here's this article, and a lot of people seem to be talking about it, so there you go. Also, Fortnite has a patch. This is version 5.40 change list. There's a big change list. I'm not really going to go into everything, but there's a lot of fixes. This isn't just adding a bunch of new stuff, but rather just fixing issues that have been present with the game. So once again, if you guys would like to see that, you're a big Fortnite player, hey, you know, play what you like, do what you do, but there you go. You need to probably check into that. We're moving into the Nintendo news, ladies and gentlemen, and Yooka-Laylee for the Switch, this is the Switch Backer Collector's Edition, is going to be including a N64 cartridge. Now, I'm kind of torn on this because sometimes these things are really, really monumental, really, really cool, huge, massive things to be put out, like an N64 cartridge here in 2018. Wow, I would have never guessed that these were going to be produced, but there is a caveat and a catch. It's only going to be limited to 3,000. So yeah, that's kind of crappy. I mean, yeah, man, I don't really know if you would want to get this just for this. It's nice, there's no questioning that, especially coming from someone who really loved Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, the collectathons like Mario 64. Yeah, this is a great callback, and it's a great game, and obviously you're going to get the Switch version, you're going to be able to play the Switch version, but man, to get the Collector's Edition and the 3,000 limited run, that's really, really cool. But essentially, will this just be another unique, interesting indie game to come out and be forgotten about in the future? Would those 3,000 cartridges even be worth anything in the future? This is a lot of money, man. This is $75 for this game, and right now, if you went over to like GameStop, you could find it for $15 to $20. You'd probably be able to get it for a pretty good deal. If you were patient and you wanted to play it on Steam or something, like you could probably get it in Humble Bundle if it's available there. Again, if you were patient, you might be able to get it on different systems for a lot cheaper, especially with trade-ins. You might be able to even just trade a friend for the game. So that's a lot of money to ask just for a unique Nintendo 64 cartridge and some extra stuff there. But if that's something you're into, then yeah, that's something you're into and you would like to know that. Finally, continuing on to my final story, due to the powerful earthquake in Hokkaido, I hope I said that, in Japan, Nintendo have decided to delay this week's planned Nintendo Direct, and unfortunately they will provide a new time and date in the near future, and they thank us for understanding. So everybody, please send your support to them. It absolutely sucks that this happened. And I believe a hurricane blew off one of the offices of Nintendo's N also, so now it's Nintendo. Nintendo's having a bad time with the weather, folks. It kind of sucks that this stuff is happening, but a lot of people do support them. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's been this episode of the news you missed for this week. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a big thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you leave me a big thumbs down and tell me what I can do better in the future, and I will try to do that for you. I've been your host, Protomario, and once again, you can click that subscribe button as I'm on the road to 1 million subscribers. I'd love to see you there when I'm holding that gold play button. As always, good gaming, God bless, and I will see you in the next episode. Now I'm going to take it over to the end card slate, and you can check into that. Maybe there'll be some more news stories that appeal to you.